Here's TJ Miller, one of the only co-stars who has openly criticized Ryan. He claimed that during filming, Ryan made a joke that felt personal and humiliating and said he wouldn't work with him again. That's a real statement. But again, it's one perspective.
I'd done Transformers, and they wanted me to come in for Deadpool, and I said, I don't really want to do that. And my agency were like, why? So I already did Transformers as a joke. Because a couple of movies I've done, I did them as a joke. Yogi Bear 3D, Transformers for Age of Extinction, and the Emoji Movie. And the reason I did them was I thought that they would be a funny credit for when I came on stage. That's why I did the movie. I only did the movie because
hilarious.
People go,
not because they paid you.
From the Emoji Movie, TJ, it's so stupid sounding. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from Yogi Bear 3D. Everyone in the audience is like, no, I don't. I tell people to say the Emoji Movie. But now, a lot of people introducing me, they want to say like, hey, Deadpool, you've seen him in Silicon Valley, all these things. But I said with Deadpool, I said, I don't want to, I'm not a comic book guy and I don't need another stupid credit.
Right.
And they said, okay, well, it is R-rated. And I said, what do you mean? And they said, well, it'll be the first R-rated superhero movie.
I didn't realize that.
And I said, okay, that's interesting. And so I went on audition. It wasn't a very good audition piece, but I improvised a little bit because that's what I do with everything. And I got the part. And Ryan Reynolds, I didn't know anything about him. I hadn't really seen that much stuff in it. I knew that he was funny, but to me, the interesting part of it was going to be an R-rated superhero movie. And then once I got on set, I still didn't know if it was going to work or not, but I did know that Ryan was like one of the fun. I talked with my buddy about this, that I was trying to think if there's any person I've worked with that is funnier than Ryan. And I don't think so. And he's an improviser too. So he's fast.
Yeah.
He's fast. He's smart and he's a good writer. And so, I did the movie and we said, all right, well, let's see how it does. And it became the highest grossing R-rated film of all time.
Unbelievable.
Would I work with him again? No. I sort of wish him well because he's so good at Deadpool, and I think it's weird that he hates me.
He hates
We
you.
had a really weird moment on Deadpool where he said, let's do one more take. And then as the character, he was like horrifically mean to me, but to me, as if I'm Weasel. So he was like, what's great about you, Weasel? You're not the star. You do just enough exposition that is funny, and then we can leave and get back to the real movie.
So he's riffing.
I just kind of listened and thought it was weird, and then I got a station, I walked over, and the whole crew was acting weird. And then I went up to Kate, and I was like, that was weird, right? And she was like, of course it was weird. It was insane. Everybody was like, why is Ryan doing this? And the other weird thing is like, I think he's kind of an insecure dude.